Alright guys, today we're talking about the IA. The IA stands for internal assessment, and you do it in every subject and it makes up around 20% of your final grade. Now they're graded internally, so something you have to make sure is that you listen to your teacher's opinion on your IA and you do everything your teacher says, because it's going to be your teacher grading it. The nature of the IA depends on the respective subject. So for example, in English you do written tasks and orals, which are the FOA and the IOC. In your second language you'd also do written tasks and oral assessments. In the sciences it's basically a lab report over 12 pages. In history you do a study on something that isn't in the syllabus. In psychology it's also an experiment, but of course it's a psychological experiment. And in math it's some sort of exploration of an area of mathematics and its real life applications.
There comes a time where you need to pick a topic, and this topic not only needs to interest you, but it needs to have an appropriate complexity in line with the course. For example, higher level mathematics would most likely need to incorporate some elements of the higher level syllabus. Furthermore, your teachers are there to help, so before you continue working on the IA, make sure your topic is approved and appropriate.
Okay, now that you've chosen a decent topic which you can work on, which has also been agreed by your supervisor, we're going to be covering the process of writing your IA. So first of all, I'd recommend looking at exemplary IAs, either good or bad ones, as this gives you an indication towards what is good and what's bad, and when it should be included. Another tip I would include is having the criteria printed down next to you while you're writing up your IA, so you can have all of the criteria necessary and you know exactly what you need to write. So when writing your IA, your teacher is going to be assigning some drafts for you to write on. Now what I recommend for all of your drafts is that you include at least all of the content necessary. Even if it's very poorly written, I'd recommend putting all of the content in, as it gives you a more opportunity to get feedback. As the more content there is, the more likely your teacher will give you some sort of verification of whether it's wrong or right.
We're filming this video in December, which means that we've finished most of our IAs. Therefore, I'll be giving you some exclusive tips on how you can improve your IAs. Firstly, you should start thinking about your IAs in the first year of IB. Most of your teachers will probably tell you to start or finish the IA in the summer, which is a very good idea if you ask me. Because you have a lot of free time, you don't have other work to worry about, and you can easily finish an IA in a day or two if you just really put your head to it, work hard, produce a good IA, and you'll have a lot of stress off your hands for the rest of the first semester almost. Secondly, like I said before, it's important that you choose a topic that interests you, but that you can also write a good IA on. So it should be something that engages you and something you should be interested in, which can really help you in producing a good IA. But what you might also want to think about is choosing a topic that might not be easily explained or concluded, like especially in the sciences. You want to have something to talk about, so even if your experiment goes wrong, don't worry about it, you can write an awesome conclusion and evaluation afterwards. So a good way to check if your IA is any good is to give it to a person, friend or family member, and have them read it and see if they understand it. Because really your IA is meant to explain a specific topic to someone who doesn't know about it already. Lastly, your teachers are going to mark a lot of IAs, so make sure your IA stands out. Thank you and goodbye.